What if the reason you feel stuck, what if the reason you keep stopping and starting on your health journey has nothing to do with discipline, the fact that you feel you don't have time or that you lack willpower, and everything to do with the story you've been telling yourself about who you are? Here's something I don't talk about enough, but probably should. To everyone who knew me way back when, on the outside, I looked like I had it together. But deep down, for most of my life, I struggled with the feeling of not enoughness. Not smart enough, not good enough, not lovable enough. And that one belief quietly ran the show in almost every area of my life. My inner narrative sounded like I can't because, followed by a long list. My childhood, the people who failed me, having to work twice as hard just to keep up. The belief that the only people would see me is if I overextended myself. And even though it was burning me out, I felt like I had to keep going, otherwise everything was going to fall apart. There was no room for me and definitely no room to do the things to prioritize my health. Because I felt like something was wrong with me or that I was broken, I started therapy and then was given 3 mental health diagnoses. Honestly, in the moment, it felt like a relief. Finally, there was a name to this thing. But here's where it got complicated. That sense of validation became justification. I can't because my nervous system is impaired. I can't because my brain has this limitation. It's harder for me because, enter explanation here. And some of it was real. But the problem is I became overly attached to those labels. I was using them as a shield to justify staying exactly where I was. And that's the ego's job. We all have an ego, and our ego exists to keep us safe, to maintain the status quo. And the ego serves as an inner critic. I call mine the sleazy defense attorney. She's very convincing. She knows exactly what to say to get me to do the things that keep status quo. And for years, I was confusing her voice with the truth. In 2016, during my coach certification, my mentor looked at me dead in the eyes and said, "Kat, when are you going to stop believing your deficit story?" I remember those words sinking deep into my chest. My body knew it was true. I thought about that almost every day for years, and yet my ego, my inner critic, my sleazy defense attorney wasn't ready to let go. So I kept suffering. Then in 2019, in an advanced coaching certification, a different mentor said almost the exact same thing. "Kat, what's it going to take for you to let go of this deficit story?" When the universe puts something on your path twice, you pay attention. That was the moment I started choosing my potential over my deficit story. I stopped waiting to feel ready or to feel like I was enough, and I started taking action. I learned to quiet the inner critic by amplifying a different voice, my inner coach. So when people say, "Kat, it looks so easy for you," it's not that I have more willpower and it's not that I'm stronger. It's years of mindset work. Because here's the truth. It's not about doing the healthy things for a couple weeks. It's about becoming the woman who lives that way. And for that, we need to level up our mindset. So I want to ask you, what labels, what roles, or what beliefs are you overly identified with? What deficit story are you still letting run your life? Because the moment you ask yourself the question and you're willing to tell yourself the truth about it, that's when everything can start shifting.